first, if you permit. Honorable members of Parliament, David, our good friend, Mr. Patterson, Andrew, Susan, very good friends of the community, and honorable members, elected representatives, Deepak ji, the head of the Australia-India Business Council, so many friends of India over here, and of course, FINACT and your leadership, members and leaders of other Indian organizations here, my colleague from the High Commission, Rajiv ji, Namaste, Sat Shri Akal, Assalamu Alaikum, and a very good morning to all of you. It's a double delight, as was said earlier, to celebrate Australia Day and India's Republic Day. If you really look at it, history has conspired in a very positive way. And to have Australia Day on the 26th January and also India's Republic Day on the 26th January, as I have said earlier, is a wonderful coincidence, but it is not just a coincidence. It captures in itself the essence of what these countries are, what they mean to themselves, to their people, and to the world. And when I was coming in, I saw young Indian kids trying to get on with the barbecue of first the vegetarian stuff. Now, it may not be very appealing to many Australians, but don't worry, the non-veg will also follow. So here are the two traditions being living. When we come here in the hall, we see Shivram's Digideru and Kalyani's Veena. Age-old instruments, but ever new, because they connect with people. And Kalyani, thank you very much in the end, playing Sare Jahan Se Acha Hindustan Hamara. That captures, of course, the spirit of what we are as India. So I'm coming, of course, today from two very honorable duties for a High Commissioner of India in Australia. The first is to unfurl our own national flag, and many of you were present there at the Indian High Commission. Thank you very much for joining. And immediately after that, the citizenship and the flag raising ceremony, where none other than, of course, the Governor General and the Prime Minister and the leadership of the armed forces and so many other dignitaries, my own diplomatic colleagues, Australians of the Year, and wonderful Australian colleagues and friends were present. Having celebrated these two, I come here to celebrate this with the community. And this is the most wonderful part of my tenure, that I get to celebrate this day not once, not twice, not thrice, many more times, because there is still my schedule in the rest of the day to follow. But this is just not a celebration of a historical day. This is a celebration of our heritage that we have shared. And the most important example, the most telling example and symbol of this shared heritage are all of you. All of you, because you keep in yourself the Indian diaspora here, you keep in yourself India, its values and its civilization, but you also connect equally well to the Australian society to which you contribute. And this is why your contribution is acknowledged. I think it is very important and a moment of pride for me to hear Governor General, Her Excellency Sam Mostyn AC, in her address to the nation at a ceremony a few minutes ago, quote Mr. Surinder Jain to say that while the community is unique, but it shares the principles on which Australia is founded. Those are not the exact words, but essentially, it is the recognition of your contribution which is a matter of great pride and honor for all of us. I would like to also compliment FINACT on the great work that you have done. Today, I see the anchor, the Vice President, President, many other office bearers who are all women. Look, our two countries are being led by women. The Honorable Governor General here and the Rashtrapati Ji of India, both are ladies, wonderful leaders of people in their own rights. And such a good thing to have these ladies, these women lead our diverse democracies. And this is why today India says that it's just not about women empowerment, it is about women-led development. So I thank you very much for connecting with this day, connecting with the Indian High Commission, giving me so much of warmth and affection. Throughout my tenure here, I could rely on each and every one of you for the pursuit of our shared objectives that connect the people together, shared objectives that of course bring the two countries closer together. This is a wonderful relationship It's a comprehensive strategic partnership. It is growing in every dimension. If I were to speak about that, it will require me at least 2 hours, and we don't have that. But you know that this is a very, very wonderful relationship, and it is poised for even higher trajectory. And the reason for this is, of course, the visionary leadership in our both countries, but also the strength and energy which people like all of you bring to this relationship. Because in democracies, it is the people who are always front and center. It is the people who drive a country's development. It is the people who drive the development of relationship between Indian countries. So my very big thank you to all of you also for contributing not just to your society, your families, but also to this relationship. As has been mentioned by Divyaji, I will go back to India in a few days' time. I retired after more than 3 decades in diplomatic career. People say farewells are very hard, but they are also very good because I get to hear so many good things about myself. And some of them make me wonder, oh, is that me? I mean, is it what is being spoken is about me? But thank you very much for your kind words. But more seriously, I go back from here with a lot of warmth, with gratitude, with wonderful memories, and also, of course, the conviction that you all will continue to associate with Australia, with India, with the High Commission, and with the relationship. I must, before I step down, thank the wonderful team that I have been privileged to have in the High Commission and in our 4 consulates. It is because of that team that today I think the Indian community feels more connected to the High Commission. Rajiv, our first secretary, is here. I unfortunately do not have Ms. Sweetie Agarwal, who is the consular and head of the consular and community wing in the High Commission. I would like to say that it is her energy and her commitment, her hard work, which has made all the difference in the last 2 years. And I would like to give you a big round of applause to her and to the team India in the Indian High Commission. So as I take your leave, I wish Australia a wonderful future, its wonderful, friendly people, a great, great year ahead, great times ahead of peace, progress and prosperity, of solidarity, harmony and unity. And I wish all of you all the success, all good health, everything that you want in your life. But also, I would like to request you, don't forget India. Don't forget to remain connected with India. My last words from this podium, जुड़िए और जोड़ते रहिए. Be connected and keep connected. Thank you.
Thank you for your wonderful words, sir. If you can just stay for a couple of minutes more. I just wanted to acknowledge the amount of support that you've given to our community. Before we continue, I just wanted to acknowledge we have a wonderful plethora of people present here and all the community leaders that are here. And I would just like to take a moment to acknowledge that there are many community leaders present here. And in a gathering like this, it becomes impossible to name individuals because I don't have my glasses. Because there's so many of you here, and the work that they do is so deeply interconnected, much of what sustains and strengthens our Indian community in Canberra happens quietly, behind the scenes, a lot of times without titles, recognition or applause. You organize events, support families in need, mentor young people, preserve our languages and traditions, and build the bridges with the wider Australian community. And often this work is voluntary. Often it comes at a personal cost. ask me about it. And too often it goes unacknowledged and even misunderstood. So today, I just want to acknowledge all of you collectively. Your leadership may not be visible, but its impact is felt every day. In stronger community bonds, in sense of belonging of new migrants, and in confidence of the next generation growing up proudly as Indian and proudly as Australian too. On behalf of FINACT and the wider community, I just wanted to say thank you for your time, thank you for your integrity, your perseverance and unwavering commitment towards community service. Please know that your contributions matter, and they are valued, and it does not go unnoticed. We know how much of hard work you put into it. Let us also remember that our community grows strongest, not through individual recognition, but through collective effort, mutual respect, and a shared purpose. So thank you all once again for that.